Hi, my name is Neil Keller, and this is my hobby. I have a hobby of collecting trading cards and autographs and baseball bats and jerseys and baseball gloves and anything else that you can imagine of people that are Jewish. Basically, this is the heart of my collection. These are the trading cards. This is baseball here. Then we have basketball here. Jews used to dominate basketball. Boxing, another sport that the Jewish people used to dominate in the 1920s and 30s. Then entertainment. You'll be amazed to hear who's Jewish in the entertainment field. Football, there's even Jews in hockey. The guy that always says, I can't get no respect, Rodney Dangerfield is Jewish. The group Kiss. Gene Simmons is from Israel. Paul Stanley is Jewish, but Ace Frehley is either Jewish or converted to Judaism. Tony Randall, his real name was Leonard Rosenberg. Jews in baseball, 1909, 1956. This is primarily the Hank Greenberg book. Why don't we go to Jews in basketball? Oh, Ozzie Sheckman, great story. Ozzie Sheckman scored the first basket in NBA history. They can't say Jewish people aren't tall. Here's Eric Gingold. Eric Gingold, 7'4".
When you suspect somebody's Jewish, I mean, how does something happen where you actually pursue that, finding out?
Well, first I've gone through a lot of books.
Would you like something to read?
Do you have anything light?
How about this leaflet, Famous Jewish Sports Legends?
Yes, thank you.
Jewish sports legends, Jewish Athletes Hall of Fame, Jews in American Sport. This is the Jewish Comedy Catalog, Jewish Nobel Prize winners, Jewish sports champions. Those are like my reference books. And then, there's names like here, like Wayne Rosenthal from New York, and Steve Rosenberg. I mean, these sound very Jewish to me, but I've written letters to most of them. The first Jew in hockey was Samuel Rothschild. This is a 1925 card. To Neil, my best wishes, always shalom, Jan Murray. You'll be amazed. A lot of these guys, like Monty Hall called me. He wanted to know who was Jewish. These people are really interested in knowing who's Jewish. That's Ed
Monty
Wynn.
Hall of Let's Make a Deal?
Let's make a deal. Here's the Three Stooges were Jewish. They were great.
What happened? Was that just something out of the blue? Monty Hall just called you? Had you gotten his autograph, or?
Well, I wrote to him, so I knew it was a genuine call.
And you actually talked to Monty Hall?
Yeah.
And what? He just called up and said, "This is Monty Hall."
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of people. Oh, this is where all the fun begins. Ed Asner, there's his address. It's really, the mail is great. The mailman even wanted to know who lived here because of all the celebrity mail I get. This is where it is. I usually send him a stamp. I don't give him the envelope because I like getting letters from, the letters are great. Like you see this, Buddy Hackett? He sends me his little adhesive address. Mr. Buddy Hackett. It's almost like I'm friends with these people.
David Lee Roth lights the menorah. So do James Conn, Kirk Douglas, and the late Dinah Shora. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew, but guess who is? Hall of Famer Rod Carew. He converted.
Rod Carew. Everyone thinks Rod Carew is Jewish. Here on Rod Carew letterhead, he tells me that although he's flattered that I'm in his collection, he doesn't belong because he's not Jewish. Rod Carew married a Jewish woman, and he wears a chai, but he himself never converted. I'm 99% sure that Robert De Niro is Jewish. So I wrote to De Niro, and I said, I have this hobby, please only write back if you're Jewish. Well, the dilemma is, he wrote me back an autographed picture, and he's a hard autograph to get. But he didn't write anything, but I think he is. I could talk every book for hours, but I'm trying to do this fast. Englishes had, you could get a bucket of chicken, and they had a player on the chicken lid, and that's Ken Holtzman when he was with the Orioles. We have Star Trek. Star Trek had 3 stars from it. They had William Shatner, who was Captain Kirk, Leonard Nimoy was Spock, and Walter Koenig played Chekhov. Live long and prosper is actually a Jewish symbol that the Jew is like a priestly blessing. Spock used it cleverly in the show. Spock was actually very religious. Leonard Nimoy. He didn't want to work on Saturdays.
What about gangsters?
Oh, well, I have gangsters in here. I have Meyer Lansky's Jewish. I don't have a Son of Sam card. There's a set out. If you want, I can show you where those would be in other area. You want to see gangsters. Oh, there's Albert Einstein. Oh, here's the O.J. Simpson case with Ron Goldman, Alan Dershowitz, Robert Shapiro. I mean, I collect Jews whether the story is good or bad, because it's basically the history of the Jewish people. Like this guy. This guy was a poker champion. Chris Berman. Here's bowler. Like this is a great bowler. Marshall Holman. Jews in football. Sid Gilman's in the Hall of Fame. Ron Mix is in the Hall of Fame. Andre Tippett. He's African American. He's an all-time sack leader in Patriots history. Recently converted to Judaism. The rabbi up in Needham, Massachusetts, wrote me a letter to confirm it. Sid Luckman was great. He was probably the greatest Jewish football player ever. He played for the Chicago Bears. He's in the Hall of Fame. Like in 1940, his Bears beat my Washington Redskins 73-0. This was a gift that Sid Luckman. He had like a bunch of ties in his drawer, and he gave him as gifts when he left.
So it's like it was his own premium.
Right. But it's definitely nice and personal touch. The beautiful Marilyn Monroe married Arthur Miller and converted to Judaism. I have a copy of the conversion certificate. Look, there's a Jewish bullfighter named Sidney Franklin. I mean, there's Jews and everything. Herman Baron in golf. Dick Savitt.
How did you find out about a Jewish bullfighter?
I know he's Jewish. There's a guy I play softball with that he's related to him. I love going to synagogues and telling people about who's Jewish. Barbara Walters, Lauren Bacall, Irvin Jaffe, Irvin Berlin, George Burns, Roseanne Barr, Milton Berle, Tony Curtis, Billy Joel. There's Bob Dylan, very hard autograph to get. And he mailed it to me. Buddy Hackett, the guy's hilarious. That's the certificate of conversion for Marilyn Monroe.
They made a trading card out of that?
No, that's just someone was offering to sell it. I made the Xerox copy of it. It can get really complicated in determining how Jewish you have to be Jewish. I mean, you could be saying, well, does he go to synagogue once a year? Is that enough? So, as long as they consider themselves part Jewish, that fits my definition. Here's cards from Italy. Oh, Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn is from Silver Spring. She had a Jewish mother. And here's Neil Diamond. I saw him in concert. Why don't we do Jews in Politics? This is a fun book. Horse jockeys, Walter Blum and Sam Rennick. How many people know about that? I don't really follow wrestling that much, but if Goldberg's on, I might watch it. Barbara Streisand, Jerry Lewis, Danny Kaye, Kirk Douglas. Who else is there? Sammy Davis Jr., convert to Judaism. Steve Lawrence. There's Sid Caesar. Warren Green. How many people know that Warren Green from Bonanza was Jewish? Here's rabbi cards that they gave out in Brooklyn to all the Hasidic kids. In Happy Days, this is amazing how many Jews are in Happy Days. 4 people in Happy Days were Jewish. Neil, Mazel Tov, Well Done, and The Best of Life, Ed Asner. This is massive. It's hard. I mean, I should quit my regular job and do this full time. People are amazed to hear who's Jewish. Should we go on to another book?
Absolutely.